Before Walt Disney built a kingdom, he was broke, rejected, and told he had no talent. Not once, not twice, but over and over again. And the strangest part, the world almost never got Mickey Mouse. This is the story of how failure created magic. Walt Disney was obsessed with drawing. As a teenager, he worked for a newspaper, but his boss fired him. The reason? You lack imagination. The man who would later build the most imaginative company on Earth was told he had none. Walt didn't quit. He started his own animation company in Kansas City. He poured everything into it. Every dollar, every hour, every dream. And then it collapsed. Bankrupt. No money, no studio, no future. Walt packed a suitcase and took a train to Hollywood. All he had left was $40. Hollywood wasn't waiting for him. Studios ignored him. Doors closed. Phones stayed silent. But Walt kept drawing, kept pitching, kept believing. Eventually, he created a character named Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Success finally came. Until it was taken from him. The distributor owned the rights. They stole the character. They took his animators. They cut him out completely. Walt lost everything again. Most people would have quit. Walt did something different. On a train ride back home, he started sketching. A small mouse, big ears, simple smile. Mickey Mouse was born. Mickey wasn't just a cartoon. Walt took a massive risk by adding synchronized sound, something no one believed would work. His team warned him. Investors doubted him. Money was tight. But Walt believed emotion mattered more than logic. When Steamboat Willie premiered, the audience exploded with laughter and applause. Mickey became a star overnight. For the first time, Walt wasn't chasing success. Success was chasing him. But Walt wasn't satisfied. He wanted more than shorts. He wanted full-length animated movies. Everyone said it was impossible. They called it Disney's folly. They said nobody would sit through a cartoon movie. Walt bet everything on Snow White. He mortgaged his house, put the company at risk, staked his entire future on one film. When Snow White premiered, it became the highest-grossing movie of its time. Walt proved the impossible wrong again. But Walt's vision didn't stop with movies. He wanted to build a place where stories came alive, where adults could feel like children again, where imagination wasn't limited by screens. People laughed at the idea of Disneyland. They said it would fail. They said it was too expensive, too risky, too unrealistic. Walt built it anyway. On opening day, things went wrong. Rides broke. Concrete wasn't dry. Food ran out. Critics called it a disaster. But families loved it. And Disneyland became the foundation of a global empire. But Walt's vision didn't stop with movies. He wanted to build a place where stories came alive, where adults could feel like children again, where imagination wasn't limited by screens. People laughed at the idea of Disneyland. They said it would fail. They said it was too expensive, too risky, too unrealistic. Walt built it anyway. On opening day, things went wrong. Rides broke. Concrete wasn't dry. Food ran out. Critics called it a disaster. But families loved it. And Disneyland became the foundation of a global empire. Walt Disney died in 1966. He never saw how massive his dream would become. Today, Disney shapes movies, childhoods, culture, and imagination across the planet. All because one man refused to accept failure as the final chapter. He lost companies, lost money, lost characters, lost stability. But he never lost belief. Walt Disney didn't just build entertainment, he built a world.